Everyone's favorite dog-loving killing machine is back for his highly anticipated threequel. And now we've been left to piece together the puzzle of another pulse-pounding final act. Here's the ending of John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum explained. Parabellum follows the satisfying formula of the previous Wick flicks, so the amped-up events of Act 3 don't come as a total surprise. In Morocco, the Elder, the big wig in the High Table, a super serious worldwide council of crime lords, kicks off the film's final act by giving Wick a choice. He can kill Continental NYC manager and Wick ally Winston and live his remaining days as a High Table hitman, or he can die in the Sahara. After a gruesome act of solidarity, slicing off his ring finger and giving his wedding band to the Elder, Wick heads to the Continental, where a surprising switcheroo awaits him, courtesy of the High Table. Every Wick fan knows that there are two rules in the Wickverse that carry serious consequences if they're broken. Not honoring a marker, which is a blood-bound oath, and most importantly, conducting assassination business on any Continental property around the globe. In Chapter 3's closing act, a mysterious figure known as the Adjudicator voids the latter law, declaring the NYC Continental as deconsecrated in order to send heavily armored High Table thugs into the hotel. These super soldiers are tasked with taking down John Wick, since Wick chose not to take down Winston, despite the whole cutting off his own ring finger thing. This armored assault doesn't work, of course, and after much fancily choreographed grappling, Wick defeats the High Table goons and the Adjudicator's hired assassin Zero and his blade-happy crew. After the dust settles, the Adjudicator agrees to let Winston stay in the safety of the hotel, but lets Winston know that Wick is still very much a thorn in the High Table's side. What Winston does next is a bit ambiguous, but it sure looks like betrayal at first glance. In the swanky rooftop garden of the Continental, last seen in Chapter 2, Winston suddenly shoots Wick several times, causing him to fall to the alley below. Did Winston really intend to kill Wick? It's left unclear, but there's certainly an argument to be made that Winston would have just shot Wick in the head if he truly wanted him dead, instead of shooting him in the bulletproof suit he received from the Elder. Plus, there's the TikTok man all too conveniently waiting nearby to help escort Wick's body away, not to mention the exchange between Continental concierge Sharon and Winston, where Sharon assures his boss that everything's in place. Winston's plan, it appears, was to fake Wick's death with the help of the Bowery King and then use Wick to try and take down the High Table. With this in mind, and Wick's fall being somewhat slowed by awnings outside the Continental, a building Winston knows better than anyone, Wick's survival at the end can't just be a case of good fortune. Further evidence of this risky plan comes early when Wick strategically shoots an underworld doctor in such a manner that it appears as if he was trying to kill him, but he's left alive. If Wick knows how to convincingly fake kill somebody, Winston probably does as well. Bottom line, if Winston wants to take down the High Table, he knows the only man capable of it is Wick, the unstoppable boogeyman every trained killer knows and respects. The real question is whether or not Wick, who genuinely seemed surprised when he was shot by Winston, was in on it. Did Wick fake his reaction? Did Wick and Winston work this all out off-screen during, say, the deconsecrated montage featuring the Mad Men meets Suicide Girls receptionists? We don't know for sure, but it's a safe bet that Winston chose to save Wick's life by faking his death, at least temporarily. With no evidence of his demise, Wick's in the same place he was at the end of Chapter 2, excommunicated and wanted by every killer for hire in the Wickverse. But this time, Wick appears to be done running and is likely eager to turn the tide against the all-powerful High Table. As Sharon puts it to Winston after Wick's rooftop tumble, "Well played, sir." After Winston's supposed betrayal, Wick's fate is unknown to the High Table until the Adjudicator sees that the super assassin's body has gone missing. In a twist that everybody and their pitbull saw coming, it turns out that Wick is alive, having found refuge in the Bowery King's new hideout. The Bowery King, sliced 7 times by Zero, a callback to when he hooked Wick up with 7 bullets back in Chapter 2, tells Wick he's pissed off. Wick agrees with that sentiment, setting up what's sure to be another beautifully choreographed and absurdly violent installment in John Wick Chapter 4. Nothing's official regarding John Wick 4 yet, but director Chad Stahelski told Entertainment Weekly in 2018 that the Wick well hasn't run dry. If people go see the movie and it makes money and they come back to us, Keanu and I have ideas for days. Interestingly enough, Stahelski later told IndieWire that despite all appearances, the end of John Wick 3 wasn't necessarily intended as a cliffhanger. The trusty Wick formula, according to Stahelski, demands that when the end credits roll, Wick is either left alive and hunted by the deadliest people on the planet, or he's dead as a doornail.
There's no escape for you.
The director told IndieWire, "Do you think he's going to ride off into the sunset? He's killed 300 people and he's just going to walk away? Everything's okay? If you're this guy, if this guy really existed, how is this guy's day going to end? He's for the rest of his life. It's just a matter of time." The somewhat ambiguous ending to Chapter 3 will likely get cleared up in Act 1 of John Wick 4. But until then, our artisanal gold coins are on Winston waging a skirmish with Wick's help on the seemingly invincible high table.
You've got a nasty surprise coming.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite movies are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.